Hey there, audio friends. Welcome back to the channel. MrAyrit here. Got a quick little review for you today of my new favorite little dongle. And this is the iFi GoLink. So you can see this is just a cute little USB-C dongle. It's the latest dongle, I believe, from iFi at this point in time, which is May 2023. Not a lot to talk about it accessories-wise. You know, it's USB-C, but then it comes with a USB-A adapter as well as a Lightning adapter, which I have had no problems with because I'm an iPhone. And so I'm just going to do a quick little review for you of this guy. Sound quality-wise, you can see a couple of the IEMs that I've been using it with here, which I'll have reviews coming up for here very shortly. We got Truth Air Hexa, A5000, and then I've got the Kiwi Ears Cadenza in this tin case right here. So let's dig into it. Let's look at a couple of specs and then we'll talk about how it sounds. Okay, so in this guy there is a Sabre, let me read this so I get it correct, ES9219 DAC, and it'll do a lot of decoding options. It'll do MQA if that matters, even though MQA is kind of dead now, right? But it also does 32-bit, 384, PCM, DSD256. So, you know, it's got plenty of all those specs that you would want to worry about. Okay, so the power specs that they give is 70 milliwatts into 32 ohms and then 2.05 volts into 600 ohms, whatever that means. I hate when they don't just do milliwatts, but either way, I don't think anybody's going to be trying to drive 600 ohm headphones on this guy. I didn't try that. It could probably be done, but probably not advised, I guess, is what it comes down to. I mean, what I would say this thing is probably used for is IEMs and then really sensitive stuff, okay, is what I would mainly use it for. I did try it with a few things, like I had the Meze 109s, and it worked fine for that, although, I mean, I feel like there are better options out there if you're going to be trying to drive, like, full-size headphones. So for me, it's more of an IEM type of device, right? And thinking about IEMs, any IEMs I tried with it sounded just fine. So I don't think as long as you're sticking to IEMs that you will have an issue with power for the most part. So let's talk audio quality, and it's important here to put it into context. I mean, this is a $60 DAC amp, right? And so I think the big question is like, let's draw a couple comparisons. One is going to be from something like the iPhone dongle, right? Which is kind of like your $10 default dongle that's going to come with your phone, or that you're going to buy to use with your phone that doesn't have a 3.5 millimeter jack on it. The other thing is, how does it compare to inbuilt audio for something like a laptop or a tablet or a phone, if your phone still has a 3.5 millimeter jack? And then the next question is going to be, is how is it going to sound to something like the BTR7 here, which is, you know, like a full-fledged DAC amp that puts out a little bit more power, and can be used wired or with Bluetooth, right? So that's kind of like my thought process here. And what I would say is, for me, when I'm using it, number one, I've never been a big fan of the Apple dongle. I know some people like rave about it for its price, but I never saw that myself. So like a little dongle like this, like, it can be an improvement over an inbuilt audio like a 3.5 millimeter jack. But I don't notice it to be any major improvement myself. But with the iFi GoLink, I do feel like there is a noticeable improvement. So I tried this both with my M1 laptop and with my iPhone, and then I was comparing it to the iFi Uno as well, and I would say largely, like, this is on par with the iFi Uno as far as sound quality goes. I thought it sounded very similar, which means to say it's a noticeable step up over onboard audio, but I mean, just have reasonable expectations for it. So I definitely think something like the BTR7 is a step up above this, and I actually really love this device for a portable kind of do-it-all option that can drive full-size headphones. Like, this guy's good, but of course this guy is, you know, $200 new and maybe like $160 on the used market. So it's not really fair to compare it to that as far as sound quality wise. What I would say is, like, in a nutshell, if you're looking for a dongle type device just to get a step up from onboard audio into something, then this guy is going to do the trick just fine. And I honestly, like, I was comparing it to the Cayin RU6, and I do feel like the Cayin RU6 offers a little more nuance and a little more spatial information. But at the same time, the RU6 was like quite a bit larger than this as far as dongles go. You know what I mean? Just like the BTR7 is quite a bit larger than this as far as like a portable DAC amp goes. So, but this guy isn't really that much noticeably bigger than the Apple dongle when it comes to use case. So I found it to be pretty convenient to use. I find myself using it more than I would imagine I would use it. And I think that kind of says what you need to know. So if you're looking for like a cheaper dongle style device and you either have really sensitive headphones to drive or you're looking to drive IEMs, then I think the GoLink is a great option to look at, and I think it's probably adequately priced. Just so you know, iFi did send this out for review, but they're not paying me in any other way, shape, or form. So, you know, these opinions are my honest opinions of it. I would let you know if I didn't think it was a worthwhile device. Obviously, I think it's worthwhile. Yeah, if you're in the market for a dongle, I haven't tried that many, but this is probably right up there with the best of them that I've tried as far as a compact little dongle. I think it's worth the money over something like the Apple dongle, and I certainly think it's better to use than the built-in audio coming out of a typical laptop or tablet. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. Thanks to iFi for sending this out. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.